Hey there, YouTubers. It's Leo Aldepald. And first of all, I apologise that this video comes from my front room. I actually took you guys out to do a video yesterday while I was out and about in the woods doing my field work in the afternoon. But I wasn't able to record the video at that time. So the bowl that I loaded yesterday to share with you guys, I'm going to share with you now from the comfort of my front room. It's pretty foul weather out there at the moment, so you're probably pretty grateful for that. But now I loaded it with some Germain's Special Latakia Flake. Now, I haven't smoked much Latakia at all this winter, if any, simply because the weather's not been cold enough for me to really enjoy the Latakia. But yesterday afternoon was pretty chilly. And I was up on the North Devon coast, which is a beautiful, beautiful landscape. And I will take you there and show you around a little bit more, because it's a very special place, especially if you're into geology, which I know one or two of my followers are. But very, very special geology up there. But it was so flipping cold and windy more than anything that I couldn't hear myself think, let alone anything else. And in any case, if I tried to light my pipe up on top of this hill in the wind, then it just would have burnt up in my hand, and that would have been no good for a video at all, unless it was to go on the 2017 epic fail compilation. But I had the bowl loaded anyway, and as I'm taking a break from my work today, I figured I'd share it with you guys. Now, I don't usually smoke Latakia in the house because my other half hates it, but she's not back for another 6 hours, so keep it quiet. If you don't tell her, I won't either. But a couple of things. Now, usually when I'm working from my home, from my laptop, doing the boring side of my job, which is bloody messing about with spreadsheets and forest data and all sorts of things, and compiling all sorts of data tables, blah 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 blah. Various other things as well, which are boring as anything, but unfortunately a necessary part of the job. I've usually got my tablet open next to me, and I'm running through you guys' YouTube videos. So that's what I've been doing this morning. And let's get this relit again. And it made me ask the question to myself, why do we do this? Why do we do YouTube videos? Now, my other half has told me that she thinks I do YouTube videos because I like the sound of my own voice. Now, I think that's pretty mean and not entirely factually accurate. But I guess I got into doing the YouTube thing because when I first started to learn how to smoke a pipe, and I wanted to do the research on what kind of tobaccos I would like, and this, that and the other. Of course, nowadays you Google that sort of thing, and the first thing that comes up is a whole bunch of YouTube videos on it. And I kind of got into watching these, and I figured, each person, each YouTuber or YouTube channel has a very particular flavour about it. That's very much of that individual. You get a real sense of who that individual is and what they're all about when you watch their channels. So you kind of become a little bonded to them as a result of that. And you kind of think, well, this guy's pretty cool, or I like that aspect of what they had to say about so on and so forth. And you kind of comment, on some videos and things like that. But after a little while, you kind of almost want to engage with them in a different way, in a more sort of direct face-to-face way. So I guess that's what I do. That's why I've gotten into doing YouTube videos. Now, it took me a little while to find my niche, because I'm not a pipe and tobacco expert, nor will I ever be. And there's only so much I can talk about that stuff with anybody, and God knows my other half gets bored shitless with me talking about pipes and tobacco. But so I kind of went down the woodsy route, because as much as anything, when I'm out and about in the woods and I'm doing my thing out there, quite often I want to, I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking, wow, this is really cool because blah 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 blah, and it's kind of nice to have someone to share that with. So I did a few videos based on that, and it got some really really positive feedback from people. So I thought, well, great, this is something I can do a lot more of, because I can talk about the woods or natural history or something like that until the cows come home. So I guess I found my niche, and all of the people that we follow, you've all got your own sort of specific niche. It might be Matches 860, the legend that is John Harden, who we all know we could sit and listen to his anecdotes and his tales until the cows come home. That's just fantastic. It's just like sitting in a porch chair or out in the woods with John having a chat. Hearing a story, it's fantastic. Similarly, with folks like Timber Drifter, always got something interesting to talk about. More videos, please, Travis. Then there's a few people who are a bit more sort of technical minded with the tobacco reviews and things like that, and that's fantastic. And there's usually a bit of humour thrown in there as well. And for other people, it's a form of therapy, or it's a catharsis, and it's a way of expressing themselves, perhaps in a way that they wouldn't ordinarily do in society in general, amongst in face to face with people. So there's a lot. It seems to me there's a lot of reasons why people do this, why people make YouTube videos. So I wanted to ask you guys the question, and it's not a competition or anything like that, but I'd be genuinely really interested to see your responses. Why do you guys do YouTube videos? So do a VR, and I'd be interested to sort of find out more about why you do it. But that brings me to my next point, which is the lurkers. Now, I don't like the word lurkers, because that sounds a bit sort of stalky and creepy, and it's not a very nice word really. Lurking around, going ooh, like a troll. And actually, all the lurkers I have are flipping fantastic people, and I can prove it right now. I got back from the woods yesterday afternoon. I had a package waiting for me on the doorstep, and this is from a lurker. Now we've become quite good friends, this chap and I, and so we kind of communicate more through other forms of social media. Now, Instagram being the main one. Doesn't do YouTube videos himself, just likes to watch other people's, and that's great, But I just wanted to show you what's arrived from him, and has become, I guarantee you, my most prized possession. And this thing is going to go everywhere with me now, everywhere. This is I've had my eye on one of these for ages. But they're made in the States by a company called Bradley Mountain, and I wanted to buy one for ages, but they're about $25-30, I think, something like that, maybe a little more, I can't remember. But in any case, they declare that on the customs label, and as soon as it arrived this side of the channel, I'd end up paying twice as much again to retrieve it from the post office. So I've kind of held fire on it for a bit on buying one, and this guy contacted me a little while ago, and he sent me one. But check this bad boy out. Cannot tell you how much I love this. This has got my tobacco pouch inside it. I'll just pop that to one side. It's made out of waxed canvas. Got my pipe cleaners in there. Got my Zippo. Now my two Blakemar Bulldogs that are my everyday go-to pipes, they're in one of the pouches there, head to toe. And he also included some tobacco that I haven't tried yet, but I'm going to later on. This is Cornell and Deal's Black Frigate, which is an interesting Latakia, Cavendish and rum. And I don't know whether or not it's the smell of the tobacco that's doing this, but I tell you, when I opened this package yesterday, and even smelling it now, this to me smells like saddle soap and neat's foot oil. And if any of you guys have ever worked with horses or grown up around horses or anything like that, you'll know what those things smell like. I don't know whether or not it's the pouch, the pipe roll that smells naturally of that, or whether it's the tobacco. I guess I'll find out when I smoke the tobacco. But in any case, that is just absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that. You know who you are anyway. As I say, prized possession, that's going to go everywhere with me now. Cannot tell you how chuffed I am with that. But so, ode to the Lurkers. You guys are awesome. You guys make this as much a pleasure as the guy, and if not more so, really, in a lot of ways. Because you guys don't have anything to prove, you know. You're not on here making videos. There's maybe a whole range of different reasons for that. But you're not on here to prove anything. You're just genuinely engaging with us, YouTube presenters, if that's what you want to call us. I don't know. With your comments and your input and everything else, and it's just a real pleasure, a real pleasure. So yeah, keep it up, guys. But I guess that's it. Yeah, do us a VR. Do us a VR if you feel like it, and tell us why you do this, why you do YouTube videos. Because I'd be, as I say, really interested to hear people's individual perceptions of it. But there you go. That's it. Hopefully the next video will come from the woods. If it isn't like it was yesterday, which is, you know, about 150 mile an hour wind, me getting almost blown sideways off my feet and completely unable to smoke a pipe if I wanted to. But I'll catch you guys again soon anyway, and I'm going to get back to my computer, stick some more of your videos on, and carry on with my afternoon's work. So, all right, folks, take care. Take it easy.